So, something I've wanted to do for years is to kind of tell the story of what a campaign is like. And really, to get that thing going, I want people to understand what it takes to get a campaign off the ground. And so, I'm going to try something I've never done before. I'm going to daily vlog the preparation and then the execution of the campaign. So, hopefully, I can bring you along with me. Especially for those who have never been on a campaign before, you might have a little bit better understanding of what it takes and then what it's like to be on a campaign. So join me for the ride. Love to have you come and be a part of what we're trying to do with Latin American missions. So based on all my vlogging research, that's the one shot you gotta get when you're doing any kind of travel montage, right? So I'm flying out of Jacksonville. My first layover is in Miami and then on to Lima from there. But the plane arriving to Jacksonville to pick us up to go to Miami, it's about 45 minutes late. Well, it begins. Luckily, on one hand, I've got a long layover in Miami. Unfortunately, I've got to be in Miami for that long. All right, he's supposed to be around here somewhere. I see him. He doesn't see me. I'm just waiting to see how long it takes. I wonder how long let's just sit there and be on this phone. All right, I'm going in. Hey, Greg.
You know me, bud.
Hungry.
Yeah. You think?
You're making me wait.
How you doing, bud?
How you doing?
See ya.
Good. I brought my 360.
All right, for those of you who don't know, this is Greg Floyd. Greg and I have known each other since probably the late 80s, at least.
Probably, yes, when you were a little youngster.
No, we ain't got to talk about all that. Okay. But Greg's been working with Latin American missions now for 3 years. And Greg, tell them what you do.
I am now the Director of Maintenance at the School of Americas in Panama. I pretty much help with communications and maintenance things around the campus. I also take in groups from the United States during January, February, March to help do beautification, to do maintenance work, painting. It's a big campus, lots of work.
Yeah, but tell them what your favorite part of the job is.
My favorite part of the job is campaigns with John.
That's right. There you go. See, I didn't even have to tell him that. We didn't plan that ahead of time, but we just got it done. So, Greg comes with me out of the country as much as is possible.
Yep.
And I always try to have somebody with me because there's just a lot going on, and sometimes I need someone to bounce ideas off of, or I need, just to kind of make sure that, hey, decisions that we're making are good, good solid ideas. So, yep. But more than that, it's a kind of a hedge around like personal integrity. So, I'm in a foreign country and staying in hotels, and I'm generally with people during the day, but I don't ever want to give anyone an excuse or an opportunity to say, hey, what's he doing after hours or whatever. And I certainly don't want my wife to have to think, hey, what's he doing when he's not with people? So I've always got somebody with me, so nobody can really ask.
Yep.
So that's one of the great services that Greg provides for me, is helping with that foundation of integrity of what we do. Because if that integrity comes into question, then it threatens everything that we do. Yeah. All of the good that we're trying to do on campaigns, it threatens all of that. So that's one of the reasons why I keep them around.
Yes.
So the cool thing about the mission trip this year is we're going to be helping out a church in Huaral, Peru. My home congregation is now the main sponsoring congregation that helps support this church in Huaral. And so we've got 8 or 9 that are coming from my home congregation that are going to be on this trip. And we've got some really cool ideas and things that we're going to do to try to really strengthen the bond between the two congregations in a way that doesn't happen all that often. So I'll talk about that a little bit more kind of throughout the week, but I want you to kind of be thinking about some ideas about what we could do from Lakeside, and in order to kind of communicate more and have a relationship with the congregation there, and it not just be a one-way or two-way conversation between the elders and the preacher, but how can the two congregations really support each other and encourage each other. So we've got a few ideas about what we're going to do. So if you have any ideas, feel free to comment, let me know. I'd love to hear your ideas on ways to make missions better. Like, make it to where there's a real connection, to where it benefits not just the congregation in these foreign countries, but it can also benefit our home congregations and really facilitate spiritual growth on both sides. So let me know what you think.